If you've ever tried to read the book of Revelation, you know how wild it can get. Dragons, beasts, mysterious seals, plagues, all these symbols that seem impossible to decode. No wonder people get confused, even a little nervous about opening this final book of the Bible. Some avoid it altogether, thinking it's too complicated or too scary. But here's what most of us miss, what gets lost in all the dramatic imagery. The heart of Revelation isn't about God whisking us away to some far-off heaven in the clouds. The real ending, the one that changes everything, it's about God moving in with us, right here, with His people, on a renewed earth. And here's the most surprising part. The New Jerusalem, that glorious city John describes in stunning detail, isn't just a place with golden streets and pearly gates. It's a picture of God's people, finally together with Him, restored and whole. Revelation is unique. It's the only book of the Bible that hasn't been fulfilled yet. All the other prophecies about Israel, about Jesus, about the early church have already come true. But Revelation looks forward to the final chapter, when God will finish what He started. John wrote it while exiled on an island for his faith. Christians were being persecuted, and evil seemed to be winning. But John has a vision meant to give hope. After all the chaos, the horsemen, the beasts, the battles, John sees something incredible. He says, "I saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband." Here's the twist. This city isn't just architecture. Throughout the Bible, God's people are called His bride. In Revelation, the New Jerusalem is described as a bride. That's not about buildings, it's about people. The New Jerusalem is God's community, finally restored and whole. Then John hears a voice, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and He will dwell with them." This is the climax of the entire biblical story. God's plan isn't for us to escape earth, it's for Him to come live with us, fully united with His people in a world made new. Heaven and earth come together. The separation that began in Genesis is finally healed. That's the real message. Revelation's ending isn't about running away, it's about reunion. God and humanity, together with nothing between us. No more tears, no more pain, no more death. God wipes away every tear, and everything broken gets healed. And it's not just spiritual. The earth itself is renewed. The curse is undone. The New Jerusalem, God's people made new, is the heart of this restored world. It's not just a city, it's a community, a family, finally home. So what does this mean for us? First, Revelation isn't meant to scare us. It's a message of hope that God hasn't given up on us or our world, and He's coming to live with His people. Second, it's a call to faithfulness. Even when the world feels broken, God is working toward this ending where He and His people are together, face to face. And finally, it's an invitation. The last words of Revelation are simple. Come. God wants everyone to be part of this new beginning. It's not about being perfect or decoding every prophecy. It's about accepting God's invitation to live with Him now and forever. So next time you hear about Revelation, don't get lost in the beasts or overwhelmed by the mystery. The real message, the one that should fill our hearts with hope, is this. God's ultimate dream is to live with His people, not in some distant heaven far away, but in a world made completely new, as a family fully restored and finally home. That's the ending we're all waiting for. That's the hope that can sustain us through anything.